Well. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rene Michelle Floyd. This is one of my car talks, I guess I call it. And this morning, this is like early afternoon, early morning. I just have a thought that to share with you about money. And I am currently following Tony Robbins, if you all don't know who he is. He's an extraordinary human being, philanthropist, entrepreneur, and author. And I had the privilege and the opportunity to go to one of his seminars, where you walk on the fire. So yes, I am a fire walker. And but anyway, I was just thinking about money and how money is really just a tool, and it definitely has taken me a long time to understand that money is just a tool. And a lot of times we trade our time for money, whereas I want to trade I want to have more freedom. I've always talked about having financial freedom, and I really didn't know what that meant or what that looked like. And so as I'm listening to Tony Robbins now, he's marketing his book, Unshakeable. Of course, I went out and bought that book, and I'm just getting started on that book, and it's really good. It's awesome. But just the mindset, the change of mindset. So for instance, we drive a nice car, and when that car needs to be repaired, it doesn't cost like $34, to get an oil change. It can cost a couple $100 to get an oil change. And so when we purchased this car, of course, we knew that it was an investment and that we would have it long term. So you have to take care of, the material things that you have in order to get the best benefit from it. So whenever the car needs repairs, we have to count the cost. We have to budget for it. We have to make sure that, all of our other responsibilities are taken care of, along with trying to keep the material possession that we have, in pristine condition. And so there it is, along with money, is that, to change your mindset. In other words, I'm having a hard time changing my mindset, because Tony Robbins says something about, that instead of us working for our money, we need to turn our money into our slave and have that instrument working for us. So that means that we have to, instead of just putting our money into a regular bank, we need to put it into the economy, into an instrument that will earn us money on our dollar. And a lot of us are big consumers. When we win the lottery, or when we get a bonus, or when we get extra money, we do not have a hard time spending every dime of it. Whereas the change of mindset comes where you take a certain amount of that money and put it in an investment account that can earn more money, that can compound the dollar that you initially put in. And so I know that in and of itself, but it is so hard because, when you do have a little extra money, you say that you want to get this, that, and the other, the things that you felt like you've done that you haven't had an opportunity to have or experience. And so, it's fun to go on a shopping spree, but then after all the money is gone, then what do you have? Still nothing. You're back at the same position that you were before you even got the money. So, a lot of times we say that the rich keeps getting rich and the poor keeps getting poor. Well, a lot of times it doesn't have to be that way. There are really no secrets to being wealthy and to being rich. It's just a lot of times we don't want to read, where we want make a quick buck. We don't want to really work for, what we earn, for what we get. We want it to be easy. But when you're really doing something that you enjoy, whether you get paid for it or not, it's really not work. It's fun, because you're feeling useful. You're feeling like you're contributing to someone else's life. And of course, the biggest money that we can ever make is being of service to someone else, to helping someone else. And I used to chase money. That's why I was in so many business opportunities. If you do this, you can get this amount of money. And so I was like, okay, well, let me stop doing this because this is not working fast enough. Let me go ahead and try this out for a second. And when that didn't work out fast enough, where I felt like I needed to make a certain amount of money, then I would drop that and go to another one. And before you know it, I was just all over the place. And so, because my work ethic, I am not a lazy woman. I like to work. I like to be useful. I like to do, I like to help other people. I like to share information. That's one reason why I do these videos and do hair tutorials. And I just retired after 17 plus years of servicing other people by doing their hair. I just like being a blessing. And so I've had to really learn a lot of how to change my mindset and to become an investor instead of a consumer. And so this 52-week, I don't know if you all are following me or not, but I have been saving $1 a week it's called the 52-week, and I just say money challenge, whereas you start out with baby steps and you save $1 per week. So the first week you save $1, the second week you save $2, the third week you save $3. So basically you're increasing every week by $1 from the previous balance. And so we're now in week 28. So every Tuesday we add another $1 onto the previous balance. So right now we're almost up to $400, and I have several people that's following me that's doing this challenge. And you can always add more money to it. You don't just have to do $1. If you want to do $10 in the first week and the second week $20, if that's what you want to do. The thing is just to be consistent and to get in the habit of saving. And so at the end, you should have about $1,200 or $1,300 or a little bit more at the end of the 52 weeks. And I plan to put that money in an investment so that it can grow and grow and grow. And I'm teaching my children the same thing. So the point that I wanted to make, and I wrote a few notes here, is that, for someone that has really never experienced any kind of wealth or any kind of abundance, is to go from where you are now, even if it's 10 cents, go from where you are now and just be consistent with saving 10 cents every week. The key is to be consistent. And if you don't know how to save or how to invest, which that's why I'm reading Tony Robbins' book and other information. There's so much information out there, so much technology, that is really no excuse to not be able to do it. And I've always been taught by my parents that if you don't know something, ask questions. Ask questions. I am very humble. I do not feel stupid if I ask a question. I never say this might be a stupid question, but no, because if I don't know something, I'm going to ask somebody. That's how you learn. I know that I don't have all the answers. So I want to encourage someone out there to not be afraid to ask questions if it's something that you don't know. If there is something that you don't know, go to the library. Go online, Google it, do whatever you need to do to find the answer to your question, especially in regards to money. Money is just a tool, and these little instruments are used to put a value on something that you want or something that you need. And so, I just want to encourage you to ask questions about how to invest, so that someone who's listening, if you're in poverty, if you are struggling financially, start where you are. Save $1. If you find a penny on the ground, don't walk over it. Pick it up and get a jar and start saving all the pennies that you find on the ground. Make it a fun, adventurous thing, and then learn about an instrument or an investment that you can invest in. So I just want to encourage you to pick yourself up and to look at money in a different light. Use money to gain freedom for you and your family, for you and yourself, and learn something today that you didn't know yesterday. All right? So I just wanted to share those thoughts with you on this beautiful, sunny Southern California afternoon. You all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.